Underrated Movie 7. I'm really enjoying making these, and I have an interesting bunch, an interesting 3 here for you today. I don't think the variety is too varied, so I do apologise about that, but I think, 2 of them I would kind of recommend to anybody, and one of them I kind of, has a particular niche to it, but we will get on with them, and I can't wait to recommend them to you guys. I kind of feel like the 2 of them aren't mega underrated. It's just I feel like they should get more credibility. Well, one of them is quite old, and it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of been forgotten a bit. I think at the time it was kind of a big thing. At least in my life it was, and I think people will remember it, but I think that a lot of people have probably forgotten about it because I don't really hear anybody talking about it. So let's get on with that one first. So this movie actually came out in 1993, which was the year that I was born, so that's super exciting. I've watched this movie over and over and over again as a kid, and when I went to rewatch it, I thought, am I going to like this as much as I used to? Am I going to be disappointed? Because I had this really high regard for it as when I used to watch it when I was younger. Anyway, but it is a Free Willy, and when I watched it, I thought it was so good. I loved it so much. Now, I feel like there's going to be a bit of controversy about this film because obviously, it does feature an orca whale, and the whale was a real whale that they used, which is a weird situation. It's a bit of an oxymoron, this film, because I was thinking about this and I was like, yeah. The film essentially is about a boy who is an orphan, and he's having some troubles in life, and then he meets this whale called Willy, so it's Free Willy, and then basically he wants to free the whale back to its family. That's kind of the plot. So and it's kind of showing how whales shouldn't be in captivity, and the things that they go through, and that it shouldn't be that way. I guess it's kind of the message to this film, and it's all about save the whales, but yet the whale in the film is a real whale that isn't in the wild, so it's kind of it's a bit weird. But anyway, just with all that aside, so it depends how you feel about the whale thing to do this film, but if you don't mind about that too much, I mean, the whale seems very happy, but who am I to say? And the whale, actually, the real whale, we're getting way off onto topic here about the whale more than the film. The whale in this film, I've forgotten his name, he did live, I don't know how long whales live, but he lived quite a long life, and they did actually let him back into the wild at some point, and they had tried to previously. It was just really difficult because he was so used to humans and, depending upon humans, that it was hard for him to go back into the wild. So it was a bit of a difficult one, but yeah, essentially the film is about saving whales, and at the end of the film, this I found really interesting, at the end of the movie, this isn't a spoiler or anything, at the end of the movie, there's this sign that comes up, and it says, to help save the whales, I'll put a picture somewhere, so to help save the whales, please call. And there's this whale number you can call. I don't know if that's real or what, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. So anyway, Free Willy, it's about this boy who's having a lot of troubles, and he actually, at the beginning of the movie, gets fostered, and he's, not too sure about it, but then he kind of comes across this whale, and it's a really cute movie about the friendship and, everything about the whale and the boy and their connection, and it's really sweet. I really love it. I actually gave this movie 5 stars, and that is today, in this moment, I give it 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it, and it was just something that I kind of, it was kind of nostalgic for me because, like I said, I loved it as a kid. But if you haven't seen this movie, I think you should really, really check it out, because I really enjoyed it. It was kind of something that, it's a 90s movie. It just felt, so in that moment of, when you're younger and you watch a film and it's really captivating the film, and that's what I felt like watching, that's what I felt like when watching this one. Again, it kind of had that same feeling, and I didn't lose how I'd felt for it as a kid, so I thought it was really great. The ending makes me smile. I just love it. It's just really, really sweet. You really fall for the whale and the boy, and it's brilliant. I really do love this film. So if you've never seen it, I definitely recommend it. Now, I also have this 4 Free Willy movies. And so there's the second one, which is The Adventure Home, and the third one, The Rescue, and the fourth one, which kind of came out kind of recently, and it is Escape from Pirates Cove. Now, the fourth one I've kind of seen recently, it's got Bindi Owen, Steve Irwin's daughter, and a lot of people aren't going to like that one because it's kind of newer and things, but I actually quite enjoyed it. But number 2 and 3 are a little bit more hard to get hold of, so I'm definitely looking forward to now going and checking out 2 and 3 after, rewatching number 1 and loving it so much. So I will talk about 2 and 3, I think, in an upcoming What I've Watched video, because I do want to watch them soon. But yes, I highly recommend watching Free Willy. I loved it. It was great. It was just a great classic 90s film. I really miss films like this, so yeah, definitely check out Free Willy. Okay, the next one I have is a Disney one. It's a Disney classic that I think is really underrated and deserves more hype, and it is The Princess and the Frog, which is the 49th Disney classic. It's a Disney princess movie. The reason I kind of think this is overrated, I don't think it's majorly underrated. What did I say previously? I don't know. Underrated, obviously, is what we're discussing right now, is because after this one came Tangled. Tangled, everybody knows Tangled, everybody loves Tangled, and then after that actually was Wreck-It Ralph, but then after that was Frozen, which, you know, oh my gosh, Frozen is massive. Frozen really blew up, it really, you know, took off. I mean, come on, who hasn't heard about Frozen? But The Princess and the Frog kind of got swept under the mat here, I feel, because with Tangled and Frozen being such big hits, which came only not long after this one's kind of been a bit, I don't know, disregarded. So I definitely think more people need to check out this one. It goes back to hand-drawn animation, actually, and it looks beautiful. It's set in New Orleans, and the princess is Tiana, and she, you know, it's the Princess and the Frog. She kisses the frog from a long... I'm not going to explain all that bit, but she kisses a frog, and then she herself turns into a frog because she is not a princess, and she's at a costume party, and the frog, who is a prince, mistakes her for a princess. And so they both turn into frogs, and then they kind of go on this really cool adventure and meet some really awesome characters. The songs are great, the settings are great, it looks beautiful. It's a really, really fun, fantastic film. The villain's really cool. He's a voodoo guy. He's not one of the best Disney villains, but he's pretty cool. And the more I watch this movie, the more this movie grows on me. So yeah, definitely check out The Princess and the Frog. I think not enough people have seen The Princess and the Frog. I think, obviously, big Disney fans will have watched this one, but I think a lot of people probably overlook this one. And it's a bit of a shame because it definitely is really good. It deserves kind of as much praise as, well, I actually do personally prefer Tangled and Frozen, I'm going to have to say, but it deserves to be up there, you know, with them. So, yes, The Princess and the Frog, I love it. It's fantastic. Definitely check it out because, like I say, this one, it just didn't get as much hype as the others that have come after it. So, yeah, even Wreck-It Ralph got way more hype than this. So let's change that. Princess and the Frog, I really love it. And finally, the one I have here to talk about is, I think the other two, whoever you are, just definitely check those two out. This one is kind of more of a girly film for a rainy Sunday afternoon. It's not a fantastic blow-you-away movie, but it's just kind of nice and cute and stuff. And it's actually from the 80s. It's Baby Boom. And it has Diane Keaton, and it's a story we've all seen before, but again, this came out in the 80s, so it wasn't as overly done then. And basically, she's a workaholic woman, and then she ends up having to look after a baby from a distant relative who's, you know, they've passed away, and the baby gets given onto her. She has no idea how to look after a baby, and it's that whole fish out of water thing. But it's actually done really differently. I really like the way that Diane Keaton's character deals with this. She gets given this baby, and she obviously doesn't really want this baby. She's all about work, and she didn't want a family or marriage or anything like that, so it's all a shock to her. But the way that she deals with it is really interesting, and I really liked that. And then something else happens in the movie where her life kind of takes another turn, and instead of kind of moping about it and moaning about it, she kind of just gets on with it in a different way and just kind of deals with it. And the last 45 minutes, definitely my favourite in this film. I really like what she does with, like, she's basically not on the path that she thought that she would be on, not on the path that she wanted to be on. You know, her life's taken a different road, not from her own really wanting, and she's kind of gone with it and kind of incorporated her old previous life into it, but in her new life. Does that make sense? So it works out really nice, like, the way that she does it. Instead of kind of, I don't know, being down on it, she just takes what she's got and makes the best of it. And that's what I love about this movie. The fact that she's come into this situation that she's not necessarily super happy with, not just the baby, but something else that happens, and she kind of just makes the best of it. And it's really kind of an inspirational movie that is kind of subtle, but that's what I got from this movie, so that's why I kind of really like it. And it's just kind of one of them happy movies, and that's what I really like about it. So, if you're having a lazy, rainy Sunday, this is one that I think you'll enjoy, and it's also got some really funny moments. Yeah, I personally enjoy this movie a lot. I've rewatched it recently, so that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, if you've never heard of Baby Boom and you think that it might be something that you'd quite enjoy, I definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it. So, the three that we have today are Free Willy, The Princess and the Frog, and Baby Boom. Like I say, Free Willy and the Princess and the Frog, I think whoever you are, you definitely should check these out. Baby Boom, you know, is a little bit different. I don't think everybody's going to love this one. But yeah, Free Willy, has anybody else seen this one? I just kind of want to know, because I loved this movie as a kid so much. This and Parent Trap I watched over and over and over again. So let me know in the comments below if you have seen either Free Willy, Princess and the Frog, or Baby Boom. Like I say, I don't think The Princess and the Frog is super underrated. I think most of you will probably have heard of this one over the other two. But I feel like compared to some of the other Disney movies, it's kind of not as overrated as them. Or not as up there as it should be, kind of thing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this Underrated Movies number 7. I love doing these. Thumbs up if you love doing these. Keep smiling, peeps, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!